The only ones who get to see this. Not even the people who are waiting. I'll tell you. Hopefully you can hear me. Is my mic on? I'll know here in a minute. Do I have sound? I do got it. I do got it. What is up? Good day. Good day. Let me back it up a little bit. Now I know John Boy, Adam, Wise Owl Tree, Linda. What's up, Dina? That's funny, Adam. Appreciate it. Uh, Good afternoon, Dina. Doreen, happy Saturday smiles. I'm in live chat. Where'd this go? There it is. So good day. We'll give it a few minutes. Let some people jump on. The people who ain't got nothing going on, just chilling today. I might have to take OC off of the thumbnail because he doesn't do lives no more. What's up, Lucy Lou? Appreciate that. Ah. Oh yeah, we're running that till Tuesday. Thanks, Caroline. We're running that till Tuesday. If anybody wants to help out, I set the goal too high, and I tried going in and resetting it yesterday, but I forgot the password I just made up, so I have to email myself and do a 70 password up. But yeah, I'm gonna change the goal to 500. We are at 190 last I checked. So, but again, we're gonna run that till Tuesday. What's up, Blue Amaryllis? Terry, good to see you. Good to see you. Joanne Ocala. John Boy says, hey, hey. Christy Tender. There's on Crystal. Billy. What is up? Where we got 35 people in there. Beardian, good to see you. On this lovely Saturday afternoon. Can y'all hear good? Should I turn it up? What's up, John? See, I think what happened. Oh, let me do this. Hold on. Check 1, 2. I'm gonna turn this up real loud, and I'm gonna be loud in it, and I bet you watch it's gonna cut out. Check 1, 2. I'm gonna turn this up real loud, and I'm gonna be loud in it, and I bet you watch it's gonna cut out. Hello, hello, hi, hello, hi, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hi, hello, hi, 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 hi. Nope. What's up, Paula? Kim, good to see you. Hallie, Gail, Nancy, Pam jumping in with a 5-month memberships. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Kim G, Kesley's mom, Iowa Mama Bear, Granny Peggy, and Diane Chase. All receiving super chats or memberships. Thanks again to Pam Grillo. Is that how you say it? Grillo? Go back. Grillo? Grillo? Thank you, Pam Pam. Yeah. No, I think that's happened at that meeting. I'm going to try it again at the next meeting. I'm going to, I got to turn it down. But boy, the infamous sound issue. Good afternoon, Classy 2256. All right, I did say it right. Awesome. Well, you rock, Pam. You always get the memberships. You are amazing. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I mean, me and Joy went to the river yesterday, man, but I tell you what, the gnats just made it like, good afternoon, Sherry. We were discussing like today, like, just because of the fact the gnats are so bad. What I need to get is like one of those little battery-powered Ryobi fans. For days like that, we can just have it blow, and then to keep the gnats off you. Joanne, Orange Cat is snubbing his nose to everybody. He doesn't want nothing to do with the lives no more. I was just saying I'm going to have to take him off the thumbnail. Oh, right on, Ginger Graham. Well, don't say you're stuck in the hospital. You're just temporarily there, and you'll be out of there soon. So, don't. I'm glad I can help make you smile a little bit. That's what I love to do. You know, finally getting rain in Seattle. That's good. Da-da-da-da. Good morning, Woodstock. What's up? A day of rest, no grain. Oh, Adam, yeah, right. That's right though. Staying young. Arizona Hawk, good to see you. Oh yeah, there's the whatnot. This is some people might have mistaken in the comments. They weren't sure, but yeah, it's just the last whatnot for the month. because we got the races and all that. LRG deuces, my man. So it's not going to be the last whatnot. I was looking at storage units again today. I had to buy one. Oh, and you know what else? I got to. I said this before. I totally didn't. Oh, I need to. I gotta change up my dates. Oh, I better not do that right there just yet. Dun, 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 dun. Back at you, Zena. For sure. Back at you. I haven't got an update on Orchid yet. I'll probably call tomorrow. She did call again. I gave her an update from the other day, but she takes in actually not just squirrels. She takes in other, like she doesn't take in reptiles, but she takes in like raccoons and possums and stuff like that. So, uh, John Boy, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, John Boy. Give the old dad, the old school dad. Tempest, that's a crepe myrtle, crepe myrtle, C-R-A-P-E, I believe is how you spell it. Actually, the blooms get longer. Actually, we got two of these at Tubetown 2.0. But the blooms get longer, but I always put birdseed down there so the birds are always in it, and if you shake them, they fall. So the birds knock a lot of them off. Absolutely, Kim, it is. There you go, Pam. I love it. Full show, full show. So nothing really exciting to talk about. I don't really got no drama to talk about. I mean, I could talk about drama, but I don't really want to talk about drama. It's been definitely well, obviously, like I said in the comment or in the video, the fact that it's so easy to watch the views. Remember, I told everybody I was like, I'll kid everybody with the chest pass 5 thumbnail, but like I said, I was like, there's about 2,000 of you that like the videos at the track, so it's fun. Oh, Jeremy, there's Jeremy. What is up? Hey, I was supposed to call you, but I forgot. Like I forget everything else. But the race is the last weekend of this month. It's not the weekend before, so it had to probably be, I guess, the 22nd or 28th, I think. But I'll just have to call you after this. I'm gonna just plan a day because I'm not sure exactly what's that. If that's gonna lie the second week of auction school or what. But what's the weather like? I'll definitely have to bring sweatshirt, won't I? I'm pretty confident. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But like I need to prepare, like I need to prepare clothes. Cause see, I've been seeing a couple of the videos, been trying to chime in on some of them. But I see you be wearing that sweatshirt, which I don't mind. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry about that. Just kicked you. But it actually makes for perfect bonfire weather. It does do that. That is full show. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I'm interested to see what's gonna be fun. Is like interested to see what. Well, I won't let out anything that I don't know. But like projects, there's some projects. There's some developments from the developers and the developing of the developments at Hell's headquarters. So you guys all just have to stay tuned. But I am gonna do like a live. Maybe that's when I'll finally do the members live on Tubetown when I'm flying up, like at the airport. I'll definitely do a live. But I definitely am, and the cool thing about it is I can back off the track, that Monday, like Sunday's last race, and then Monday I'll probably go out and get the speakers down, but probably, I guess maybe fly out Wednesday. Exactly, Dina. Hey, you know what I did the other sweet hot dogs. You know what I did the other day, man? I grilled some hot dogs on the grill, man. Freaking, they were awesome. I just want to grill hot dogs at 2.0 and just give them away. And I'll be honest with you, I know I've been teasing everybody. The Ron interview is definitely coming. Obviously, everybody knows who watches the channel knows I've been at the track, and that's my focus. But that and 3.0 will be discussed as well. I still have to get that put in motion. I have all the details. I just have to see what I can do. Oh boy. But that's gonna be that's where it's gonna be nice though. Well, that's what's fun about when the temperatures are like that. It's like when you work, you don't sweat. Like right now, it's like going through two shirts throughout, one shirt and a sweat towel, and then 30 minutes later you take it off and you swap with the other one. I got it to where like as soon as it starts getting like sweaty, I'll go swap it, and that way it don't take a long time to dry. But then I guess it depends on how much work I'm doing. But yes, there are major developments at Hell's headquarters. Just so everybody knows. What are they? You'll just have to stay tuned. Stay tuned to find out. Willis, so I know the mayor. The mayor totally just dumped his channel out. Like, man, that's where it's again. It's that juggling act right now. It's one of the teeter tottered again, but then now it's like you're back to teetering. But as far as financially, the track makes up, for the shorter videos, which obviously shorter videos are shorter watch hours. But I'm trying to get a little rhythm there. That way I can at least get something going. I know I can have longer videos when the races are there because I can just grab clip throughout the day, and that's it. That's what it'll be. But the mayor is definitely slacking. Well, that's cool, Pam. How far are you from Indianapolis, Indiana, Ohio? That's up in the same area, right? From Cleveland. You know what? Is there, Jeremy? Are you still on here? Are there like any like iconic spots, like Philadelphia, or however Julie wants to say it? Tell us Philadelphia, whatever. Like there's a Philly cheesesteak place, famous. Is there any like famous like cheese dog or like a famous like old school restaurant there in Cleveland, like a downtown diner or something? Like I'd like to try that. That'd be fun. The hamsters run like crazy. Always Caroline B. uh, about 8 hours. Okay. Sorry, I hear music through the woods, but it must be over at the church. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right. So maybe let's try that too, depending on what the schedule's like. That'd be cool. Then we'll have to go pose up in there for our nights of karaoke. I do remember the Football Hall of Fame. Football, I mean, I don't really know a lot about. So the only thing I know about football is I feel bad for Dan Marino, right? That poor guy's like become an iconic guy, but never got a ring. Man, can you imagine being that iconic in the football, and then you got other guys that got like 5 rings and stuff like that. So, Nettle Dogs on the way to Kelly's Island. Okay. And then and then should we do the absolutely insanely packed ice cream place by Hell's headquarters that just is like run of the mill? So people, if you guys don't, what is the name of that place? There's an ice cream place. Like we were coming back from, I don't know if we were coming back from Kelly. I don't know where we were coming back from, but we were heading back to Jeremy's, to Hell's headquarters, and we go by this ice cream place, kind of like man, there's a lot of them. We need to do a whole tour of it. I know, right? Exactly. But definitely, I drove by. I'm like, man, that place has got to be rocking. Like, that place is just. I mean, there was no parking at all. And then Jeremy and George like, they had it, but it was just like, so. And it's amazing how places are like that. And that's how I feel about the Philly cheesesteak place, the iconic place in Philadelphia, however you say it, that I went to. Like I was doing a Monster Jam there. I took the rent-a-car. And I drove over to that place, and you had to stand outside, and you had to walk in, you had to order it, then you had to go stand back outside, then they call your name, and you go grab it. But it was just like, wasn't like, I've had way better ones. Amish country. Well, it's funny because, like, I totally respect the Amish culture because, man, those are the ones that don't, they don't have to pay taxes or nothing, right? Don't they just, they fend for themselves, they live for themselves. Some of them don't have power, right? Like that's what's up, in my opinion. Can I become Amish? I guess that would be like just like going, what do you call it? Off grid. Like where my mind goes, I don't know. Let's see what's going. Trying to watch the chat. Yeah, I'm sorry. The chat was when the sun comes out, it like goes away. And I can't see it. It is. Yeah, it does, Caroline B. Well, Yeah, it's correct. It was just. um, Imagine going there and taking your own syrup and just. Oh man. So all right, so we definitely need to hit up. We need definitely. Need, and that'd be cool. I'd like to go to. I'd like to see Second Senses warehouse, man. That'd be kind of fun. So I guess it depends on how long we stay at Kelly's Island too. So I'll definitely, come up for a week at least. Boy, time I tell you what, time I get back to 2.0, you ain't gonna be able to see it. It's gonna be so overgrown. I'm gonna have to pay Deanna to go and freaking mow it for me. Sam, I know your pain. Ooh, yeah, that's no good. So that's one thing about it. Like, as you get older, like me and Julie were talking about, like with her parents, they're both in their 80s, and like, and Papa, helping me mow, getting down the stairs and stuff. Like, you know, when you fall at that age, it could be devastating, and so therefore, everybody definitely just, you know, be easy if you're, even myself, like, okay, me and Julie were talking about it. For example, like if I ever break this thing, that's what kind of keeps me back from riding. Um, as much as I want to. I really want to ride more. I tell people that all the time. I really like to, but the one harsh reality of it is me and Julie were talking about it yesterday. Is that like if I break this ankle again, like it will have to be um, decapitated, amputated, because the only thing that if anybody's ever seen my Instagram page, you can go to my Instagram page and it's Team FMX. And you can go down, you can scroll back in a lot of history, a lot of shows. Back when I was doing Monster Jams, when I was doing the VIP, me and Julie at the river. But you scroll through there, you'll see my injury, you'll see the surgery, you'll see the inside of what my ankle looks like and how it's held together. I don't even know how many screws and plates. It's like the plates like that long on each side, and they go down, and then it's all just jacked up. So like if I break this ankle again, there won't. They said like that's the only thing that's holding it together is the metal in there. And so if I would break it again, that's pretty much there ain't no putting it back together. So that's why I try to be careful. At the same time, it's like man, it's so hard because I'm so pinned up. I want to freaking just ride a dirt bike so bad. And like I was even thinking like taking my freaking bike out to the track because Keegan gonna be there Tuesday. You're gonna start working on Supercross track, and it's all grass right now. Just take it around, just ride it around, just cruise around, you know. But that's the next thing they're like, oh, I'm gonna hit that double, and then like, oh, that's too easy. Go for the triple, bro. So uh, it's just it's a hard reality I have to live, to be honest with you. But yeah, if you ever want to see how gnarly that, I'll give you an idea. I don't know. Hold on. So the plate goes from like right here on up to here, like. And so there's a scar. You still see the scar maybe a little bit. But yeah, if you get gross nowadays, you know what? You can actually, you know what? You can go back and you can see the video. So to give you a quick background on that, for those of you who don't know, like when I did this, this is before we had airbag landings. Now these types of injuries don't happen when you land on the air like I did. Now, Zach, my buddy Zach, he came up short on the airbag last week and bounced back and landed on the concrete, broke his elbow, broke his arm, and dislocated some ribs, and got messed up. So it's still that you get hurt. But back then we had metal amps, and freaking. So when I broke it, I go back to the microphone. I start announcing the show and say, okay, everybody, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get the show started and announce the other riders. And at this time I'm taking my boot off because I know I've broken my ankle many times before. That one I think was the third. But you take your boot off as quick as you can because it swells up, and your boot's like $500. You don't have to cut them off. And so I pull the boot off, then I see my socks filled with blood. I was like, oh. So luckily I had Julie there, so I got on my microphone. I said, Julie, put the dog up. We're going to go to the hospital. It's not good. I see blood. It's not good. And the whole crowd's like, oh. And then so the medics come in there, and I'm still trying. I get the guys going. Hey man, we go from the show must go on at mentality, right? So freaking, I get the guys going, start warming them up, playing the music, and freaking. And the next thing you know, the paramedics come in there, and then they can't find a pulse in my foot, so they think I severed an artery. And they're like, man, can you get the guys to stop riding? I'm like, dude, it's my show. So I tell the guys to stop riding, and they stop, and then they had to rush me out of there, give me an ambulance, and then they still can't find a pulse. So then they can't. The hospital in that town, that was in Lansing, Michigan, was it? I don't know where was that. And then they had to rush me to Flint or something. Anyway, they had to drive like 45 minutes away to another hospital. And when they go rushing me in, like I don't know, I have my phone with me, so I have nobody with me. So I'm the only one that can document this stuff, right? Like, so I got a video, and And what's so wild about this, you ever see those movies where they rush people in on the hospital beds and there's doctors everywhere and you just go right into them all and it's like, you're like, oh. For me, I'm like, yeah, it hurts, you know what I mean? But it pretty much goes numb at that point. It didn't really hurt as bad as it was just numb. And then they gave me some pain meds in the ambulance. But the doctor's sitting there because basically the bone came out the top of the foot. And then I guess at some point it came back in. So it wasn't actually sticking out when I got the boot off and sock off. And so now the doctor's pushing all around it. He's like, he asked, he's like, do you have a lot of pain, or do you take your pain medicine? I was like, no, I take a lot of ibuprofen from all the old injuries and stuff, but I don't do like pain pills or nothing. And he's pushing on it, and the blood's coming out the hole, and like, it was pretty rad. But like, I was the only one. And then the doctor gets in there, and he gets all mad. He's like, we gotta get him into surgery now, because like everybody's around me. I'm like, what's going on, man? So I'm chipped out. But again, they thought I had a severed artery, and it's like, I'm not realizing the severity of it. Like, I could bleed out and die. But hey, that's God's plan. That's God's plan, right? What do you do? Oh, I know, right? Well, I don't want it, because for those of you who don't know, there's a point in time when I went and I had to go. I went and did the consulting. I was going to get it cut off, just because I was like, man, this is prior to that C thing that came down, the C word that shut down the world. Like I was because I still wanted to ride. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, well, I can do adaptive X and I could do adaptive racing, stuff like that. So I had to go, and I went and talked to several doctors, and I had to go to a psychiatrist and stuff like that, because of the fact of, like, dude, you want to cut your foot up? I'm like, yeah. I was like, you don't live with the pain that I live in. And then so everything was good to go. Then it's just a matter of doing the insurance and, finding all that stuff out. But that's the one thing I'm thankful for, that whole thing that shut down the world, was it like my job was entertainment, right? So I traveled all around the country, all around the world. Actually, we're going back to Antigua. I'm getting dates hopefully this weekend. It was supposed to be in November, but it got pushed off until like the second or third month in 2026. But traveling all around the world, and then next thing you know, your business shuts down. Like, I had to go do construction, handyman stuff, look on Craigslist, find whatever people jobs I could find, and then and so therefore I freaking the rehabilitation of climbing up and down ladders, doing metal roofs, like, it got my ankle like where it works. Now I can feel it. It's like all like just metal and stuff in there. It's just like a bionic ankle. But like, that's what me and Julie started talking about, just to keep on the rant, was like, I can never have the metal taken out. Some people could have metal taken out. Like, I can never take the metal out of my leg. So yeah, don't forget about the whatnot. It's the last one for the month. We won't be doing another one until next month, and it might even be into the month, because I'll be up at Health's headquarters. So yeah, just bear with us. The majority of our whatnot viewers and buyers are viewers of the channel, so I appreciate that. Again, we're on our core base, 70 to 100 people. Again, I know a lot of people have stuff going on weekends, and so my replay crew, appreciate you all. But I know where it's at. If I do a drama thumbnail, we'll have several hundred waiting just for me to blabble about. But I'm sure it'll be something like, well, here it is. I'll tell you right now, when I get back to Otter Creek and interview Ron, I'll do that before I go to Hell's headquarters. But I'll probably do that next week. But yeah, so therefore watch. That we'll get a 10K. That'll be, instead of a 10 to 10, it'll be a 1 to 10. So yeah, that's the whatnot. And again, if you guys want to help out with that, with the GoFundMe for the Secret Squirrel Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, she is a nonprofit. Like I mentioned, I went a little, and Julie told me, and I was like, I already done it, and it was already done. I put the goal at 1,000. It was probably a little bit much. So again, like I mentioned earlier in the chat, I'm going to go and drop it down to 500, so that it'd be a little bit more attainable. But I'm only running it till Tuesday, and that way, you guys will see. We'll get the check, and we'll take it to her. We'll check in on Squirrel. She may have had to euthanize it. I'm not sure. As I mentioned before, it wasn't being happy, and so she has to feed it, because of the fact that it can't feed itself, and we'll see. But yeah, that's the GoFundMe. If you want, if not, no big deal. You know what I mean? Don't even. I'd rather you contribute to that, to try and make it to a $500 goal, versus even sending me super chats or anything. Because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Even right now, like, so it's at $190. That's still $190 I gotta go give to her. Like, hey, thanks for what you're doing. You know what I mean? These are for my viewers that, and I haven't forgot about the plaque for the fence. Obviously, Otter Creek goes back here, and track stays here, and I'll get back there. Woodstock's patiently waiting on me to get them the names in order and all that. And we'll do something. We'll do like, not a plaque, but we'll recognize the people who helped out on this GoFundMe for the you know and she doesn't just do squirrels. She does and her Facebook could see, that's a bad thing. I should have put the Facebook link up there. I just had like the screenshot of it, hoping that people know how to use Facebook. They can go check it out. But that's where it's you know what I mean. It's cool. Like that's what she does. But she takes in animals all the time. So just to give her something is gonna be awesome. Willis going to start back at what he did before. I don't understand. Right on, Wise Owl. Yeah, but you know how much? Do you know how much? Sometimes everybody gets frustrated, right? It's like people don't understand like how much of a like, only dirt bike riders understand like how much of a like a disconnect from the stress of society and how much it's like throttle therapy as we call it. You take your aggression out, like just that's where for me like it gets dangerous because I used to be pretty dang fast. You don't make it to national championships in the B class, not having some pretty good speed. Man, they must be partying down over there. But so I'll get to my aggression mode and just be charging the corners and just like and that's where I have to ease myself back into ride, and I don't have the proper bike to ride to do that with. You know what I mean? Like it would cost me a lot more money than I had to spend on as much as I'd love to. I'm not that level at that point yet where I could just go and I have a guy that can work on them. I do know that, which I didn't think about till he showed back up at the track. Our mechanic at the track. He's a pro mechanic for a couple riders, but like I need a good four stroke, and he knows all about four strokes. I have no clue at all how to work on them, set them up, or anything. So, yeah, oh yeah. And see, so share. So some of the things like that, a lot of motocross, and so that's where like all motocrossers, we go back to riding again with steel in our bodies, and that's what happens like a lot of times. So it happened to Routley 925. I think when he broke his wrist, maybe it broke right below the rod. So a lot of times, the rod saves where the old brake was, but it'll break right at the bottom or the top of the rods. Or a bad, even a worst case scenario, my buddy Javier happened to him. He crashed and it bent the rod in his leg. Now, so can you imagine trying to get a bent rod out of a femur? You know what I mean? Whiskey Jack, what's up, my man? That's right, we the people. But all races, all colors, all creeds, or whatever, we're all humans. We all bleed red, and prove me otherwise. You can believe and think what you want, and as long as you don't bother me, like you can't debate it with me. You can't debate that you're not a human. Well, I'm sure there's some aliens out there that I'd love to debate that with. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to get abducted by some aliens and then they put you back. But then again, you hear some of the stories on like YouTube or whatever, and they like probe you and stuff. Like that wouldn't be fun. I don't know if I'd want that, but it'd be cool. Like, what if some of the conspiracy theories they say, again, I'm gonna say conspiracy theories, everybody can think what way they want, each way or another. Some of the lands out there that they say like beyond Antarctica, or like, why all the countries aren't allowed to explore Antarctica? Are there other things out there that we don't know about? Maybe things that we don't want to know about. Maybe things that the government's like saying, hey, you probably shouldn't know about this. What if there is a 70-foot tall and abominable snowman or something? You know what I mean? Like a real Godzilla. You don't want him coming over here. I mean, but I don't know. Like it's just like my beliefs. There are definitely some other gotta be something else out there. So let me read the chat and see what you guys are talking about. Laughing at. I gotta hit up the e-bike company, man. I gotta get me another e-bike, man. I missed that thing. Good afternoon, Christy. We've had 189 people on there, 74 currently viewing. 9:11. That was my riding number, talking about riding. Now it's a 9:14 average view duration. We've had 5 new memberships, $3.80 in super chats. I appreciate y'all. This is my core. What's up, Brazilla? Good to see you. No, that's why if I'm ever your way or you're ever my way, we're gonna sit down just at a campfire and just talk all kinds of talk. So this is that situation. If you know, or even though I don't know, but the situation I know, you know what I mean. So yeah, the e-bike is fun. Well, I want to hit the other company that had the off-road bike. I know I hit a Magic Cycle again. They said they're going to send one, but they never got sent. But again, I squirrel out and go on to something else. But I want to go back to that one company and get the full suspension one. It's nice to run to the store and back. Like, it's so nice. Good morning from Australia, Southwest Kathy, JJ. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gnats aren't that bad today, really. They haven't been here anyway. But I tell you, man, they definitely made the river like, it's hard. Even our good friend Mr. Billy showed up, and I forget her name, but I mean, you got like a fan, trying to fan the gnats off you. It's freaking like so. It's definitely coming from a different direction. Almost sounds like it's coming from my property. I have a lot of property over there that way. I have more property over there than you see right here, actually. That's where all the deer live. I thought about going out and making a video and like just making like doing a whole like making an off-grid hut. You know what I mean? Right here at the house, but I got so much other stuff I got to do. Like I said, I was looking at storage units again today. Look at a couple of them. Well, the ones I was looking at were like 8 days away, and then I saw a couple of them were like 2 hours away, or yeah, 2 hours from closing. And that season is the worst. Those are the one things that I don't mind smashing. Like I don't like smashing bugs. If I get a bug in my house, I'll try and catch it and like get it out the house. Like it has a better chance outside than it does in here. But like the gnats, boy. I would agree to that. Well, that's what's so okay. For example, I'm watching. You're seeing it on on your scroll thing on your social media feed. You're seeing it again. You're seeing these people in these football stadiums sitting there, and that's why I don't like really talking about sports, even sports. I don't do the politics. I don't do the religion. I don't like doing sports. If it's fun, it's fun. But you see these fans fighting each other. You know what I mean? It's like how like that's just immature. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all over what a sports team that you're paying all this money to watch them. You're paying $18 a beer. You go get your 2 beers and a hot dog. You come back $25 broker than when you went, and then you drink your beer by the time you got there. You dropped your hot dog, and then you got mad, and then some other team guy laughs at you. Then you just want to be, like I don't get it, man. Like if you want to get like that's like okay. So for example, as some of you know, like growing up training in martial arts, my dad had a martial arts school. I would do that, and sometimes it's funny. There's been a couple of times where the bully at school would show up at class, and come to find out, guess who would be his teacher? This guy. Oh, it was so funny. And there was a couple of times that the guys in school that like acted all tough because I would always stick up for the kids who didn't, who wouldn't stick up for themselves and stuff like that. But I kept quiet, and a lot of kids did know, and then there's other kids who didn't know, and so like if you wanna fight, like, go to a local gym. You got MMA, you can do jiu-jitsu, you can do boxing. You know what I mean? For me, I was really good with my feet. I was third in the state of Florida, and fighting, sparring. And my class was oh man, it was age class back then, and then an advanced level. But man, $10 beers suck too. Oh yeah, I know for sure. And there you're probably only getting like one of 3 different types of beers, like Bud, and like the only like other beer I could drink other than like a craft beer, like that's like run of the mill, would you say would be like a Yingling. I like a Yingling. That's to me is a good beer. But other than that, like I like IPAs. I do want to go like Germany and drink like a warm beer. Do I get any Germany's peoples in here? Beardians in here, right? Um, well, exactly, Dina. But yeah, I'd like to do like a big giant warm, big old giant thick head on the beer, like a big German beer. Like that'd probably be like one of the a good one, right? I would think. I mean, it might be tough at first. So before I ever got into craft beer, we was doing a show in Man, where was it? North Carolina, Charlotte, the city of Charlotte, maybe. Somebody maybe let me know. They're just like legendary craft beer place there, and I didn't know about it. I didn't like craft beers at the time. I like Coors Light. I mean, I went there with the promoter of the event. I was the announcer of the event, and I went there to promoter because oh no, yeah, because marketing. Because I become here's what you do when you are when you're like the announcer just for Fellow Entertainment and for Monster Jam. So you become buddies with the marketing department, right? The people that are promoters, and you help them out because they're the ones who got the card that take the clients out to dinner and all that. So you just go hang with them, and it's basically all on Failed Entertainment. And so we would we went to this one place, and it was like, man, you get your name on a wall on a plate if you try every one of craft beers, and they had like maybe 300 or something like that. But the Spotted Cow beer, I'd have to try it and find out. There's all kinds of like we was in. Where was I at? Not too long ago, I was somewhere. Oh, I was at Hell's headquarters, duh. And I found a decent IPA. Me and Mayor Dan. It's Cleveland City IPA or something like that. It's really good. I got back home and I was like, man, I missed it. Like, and like all of them, the drafts to me are better than the bottles. But oh, it's good to get the AC fixed. So I wouldn't know about the Spotted Cow. So Beardian, what's like a good German beer? Like not like a dark one, but like I mean I don't want like a dark one, but like but not like a stout. I'm not a big fan of stouts. I don't know what would be a good one. Now do y'all are you saying yes? Do you drink them warm? Isn't that what they do in Germany? Don't you drink them warm? Okay, Beardian. All right, so Gola, is it warm? Do you drink it warm? That's my question. Weird. I wonder if they're having a music festival at the train depots today. And that's where the music's coming from. They might have like a sing up there. Sounds like a band. No, you don't drink it warm. All right, well, I guess I'll just my old wise tale that I thought. uh, but yeah, man, it's not. It's nice not being super hot. Where you're just sweating when you're sitting there. What's up, Barbara? Yeah, we're doing good. Joy's in there doing the whatnot thing, getting all set up and doing her cleaning. And then we did our typical grocery shop this morning. Walmart was packed. Packed. Well, I guess we went a little bit later too. We slept in about 30 minutes. So yeah, like a lager's good. So Grolosch. So I want to go to like a world of beers, and that's where it's always fun when they have the drafts. You can just try different ones, and they don't have to be all from the same brewery. Like if you go to a brewery, you can try like my favorite brewery, Swamphead. You can try different beers from that brewery actually makes. When you go to World of Beers, they have different beers from all around. Corn Batcher and Brats. I don't understand that one. I must have missed something. Or is that's the name of the beer? Oh, brats. I got whiskey Jack. I'm sorry, dude. I would agree. I do like some brats. Kornbacher. All right, I never heard of that one. The wine, yes, the wine we do warm here too. Like I like wine. I like red wine. Like a dry red wine. I don't like champagne though. Like out the track, they're big fans of Fresco or something like that. Fresco, maybe is what it's called. And that's like the white champagne bubbly. Like that's not me. That's like liquor. It's a Pilsner. Yeah, so I do like some Pilsners. I had a couple before those. Man, you make you want to go to a brewery. See what Joy wants to do. Maybe we'll have a couple samples. They got a brewery in High Springs. It's okay. But the problem with that, every time we go in there, because we go there, have a few drinks, and eat, and they have food trucks there. But every time we've been there, the food truck's out of food. And we're like, man, this is the whole point. Beer battered bread. I'm not sure. I would think so out of all the carnivals and fairs that I've done. You know what's funny is they've been popping up on my feed lately is um, was it? It's this guy only has like 1,000 subs. He's like, I got a feeling this channel's gonna go, and it might have been up for a while, but just now started popping the feed. But it's like, you ain't gotta be crazy to work at a carnival, but it helps. And he does like carnival reviews, and he goes behind the scenes. Like if you don't know anything about carnivals, I know because I've worked them. I've not as a carny. Well, I guess I was a carny. I was a show at a carnival, and stuff like that. But man, there's a whole nother world behind the scenes of carnivals and fairs and stuff. But they've been popping up, and I've been watching a few of them because they're intriguing. Because it's like, I just one it was the Cole Brothers um, carnival. Now I did a Cole Brothers circus before, and I did Elvin Bell. I think that was Elvin's circus. He was I did a whole circus thing. I got some buddies out doing circus shows right now, living on a circus tour, jumping dirt bikes, the mini dirt bikes, which like that could be fun. It's a lot safer. Like pit bike jumping, like e-bikes. My buddy Austin, he's like, now he travels and he has his daughter, like she was born, and basically I'm not sure of the whole situation, but he has his daughter with him in a lot of shows, and she's probably like 8 now, maybe. And but he tamed down from doing the big bikes to the e-bikes on the smaller ramps, and the dude's a ripper, but it's definitely a lot safer, especially having a little one with you. You know what I mean? Something happens. Michigan's has some of the best breweries in the country. All right. I have tried like a Oktoberfest beer at one point in time somewhere. I think it was a Sam Adams. And it was all right. That was a seasonal beer, I think, at one point in time. I think we're like eating at Applebee's. They closed Applebee's here in Gainesville. No longer. 41 minutes, 72 people, 92 thumbs up. Man, we hopefully get to 100. Let's get to 100. We gotta get to 100 likes. We can do 100 likes within 18 minutes. The fan helps, but then sometimes the wind blows and it blows the breeze away, and it's like hot. Oktoberfest in Germany is a massive drink fest. I've heard of that. That could be fun. Although, like again, that's one thing about it. So, you know, I can't really mix a lot of beers. If I start drinking one beer, I want to drink that one beer. I don't want to like if we go have Mexican, and I'll have a Negro Modelo, and then the dark Modelo, and I love that one. And then so if I get home, I'll just keep drinking that one. I don't like mixing beers. Sometimes it just doesn't work in my stomach too well. Shimanis. So you've been there, or are you there? Do you live there? Well, are you? If you live there, who's hosting? That's what we should do. We should instead of doing a cruise, we do like a tube town, or like a YouTube. I don't know how I'd name it, but like a trip. Instead of like, everybody books a cruise and goes somewhere, like, but some viewer, yep, how crazy would this be though? It'd probably be pretty fun content. Like a viewer in another country, but yep, free stay, come on over, we'll take care of you, we'll show you around. And then you document the adventure, and like 5 or 6 people get together and then go there, and then go from there to another viewer. Like I've been seeing some YouTubers that do kind of stuff like that. And some of these guys just like going through foreign countries, not knowing a lot about them. That's kind of risky, but it's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. They closed Applebee's in Illinois, but still has one. I think there still might be one around, a couple around, but I'm not sure. Not the one in Gainesville no more. At least the one by 75. It will drive you mad if you keep watching. That's why I don't really look at them. I look at my revenue generated, and that's where I kind of get an idea. And I don't even go and look. I just look at the top page. I don't even go into the analytics and see what I made, just because it's like that kind of gives me. It kind of fluctuates. I see my watch hours versus the revenue, and so I don't really. A Tube Town Fest. I know that I'm for sure going to do that. I definitely am going to do that. But yeah, I don't really. I mean, I know what I need to do as far as like to cover the bills for the month, and like I said, working out the track. My YouTube, that's where it's my videos are different, and there's the slack in views because there ain't the drama, and it's not all. You all watch the videos because of me and just whatever I'm doing. That's why it's called What You Doing, Willis. And so it's It's, it's what it is. Do a Cuba trip. That would be fun. That'd be cool to go there and see all the old cars and stuff. Bill's Brewery, Michigan used to be a great, but they sold out now. I won't drink them. That's a bummer. Hey, Joe. Ooh, that sounds good. I can't wait to lunch. I got my leftover French dip sandwich I got from Green Barn Prime. Yeah, so that's cool then. At least that's probably why I like Yingling, even though it's uh, I'd say more like a popular beer, but it's cool. It's the oldest running brewery, and it is a good beer. It's not like if I'm on the road and there's no IPAs at a store, because that happens. You'll go to a convenience store next to a hotel, and there'll be no IPAs. So I'll get Yingling or Negro Modelo. I like to see picture stuff, make it nice again. Right on, yeah. Well, that's cool. That's what's at the track. I know, right, Deborah? It's making me hungry too. Oh, good, Granny Lou. Let me show you around. Oh, really, John? Well, that'd be cool. Are you allowed to go to Cuba? Are we allowed to go to Cuba? I thought we didn't like Cuba or something, or there's a thing, or we don't like America don't trade with them or something. That would be cool though, man. Well, it's just like the one thing I talked about before, stalking my viewers. I still got that agenda. Actually, you know what? Had a missed call from Chuck B the other day. When I'm at the chat too, a lot of times I can't hear my phone. But I know he had called. I gotta give him a shout back. No hot dogs place. I like going to other places, man. I like going to other places. And the cool thing about and that's where I was so pumped to get the message today from Antigua, that and we have a viewer from Antigua. I'm pretty West Indies, Antigua, maybe. So that's gonna be cool if I get wasp. Man, there's a wasp nest around here somewhere. I think it's under the porch. But to meet a viewer in another country, that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, where she's shooting for dates for like the March of next year. So we will be doing that trip. I gotta update my passport. I think I need to do that. Or did I do it? I don't know. It's probably expired by now. I haven't been out of the country in a while. I remember before I was going out of the country so much I had to get a new one. Filled it up with stamps. Actually, I still got that passport. Part of my it'll be part of my video when I go through everything one day on all my memorabilia. When you can see the background of oops, what you doing, Willis. You can see what all transpired in my past. That's what I heard, Taz. I like going and getting the street stands. You know what I mean? The food, go and get the culture. The guy sitting there, the hygiene really isn't there. It isn't like America. You know what I mean? Like it's just full on street tacos, street tacos. Like I watched some videos where like the guys in India and like it's pretty wild. But just embrace yourself in the culture. And that's what's so fun about doing shows in other countries is you go there and you're quote unquote a celebrity. You know what I mean? Because you're there and you're part of the big event that's there at the stadium. And so you get taken around. You get to go out, in the back. It ain't like going there as a tourist and they stay here and don't go there, or the guide bus will take them here to there. No, you get to meet the locals and you get to go places other people don't get to go, and it's pretty cool. So that's what's so fun about doing other countries and being shows. But like I said, you get to you go eat at people's houses and you're like at their house in that country, and it's their culture and their food, and it's just awesome. I love it. Well, we're talking about food. I'm definitely getting hungry. So you can do anything online now. Oh, really? That's pretty easy. Joy's doing good, Lucy. Thanks for asking. So are the grandkids. They are growing so fast. Zoe has cheerleading, but the game got canceled. And then another game came back. I think it was, I'm not sure what happened to it, but it's not like a couple practices already been canceled. Don't seem like they really kind of got their act together. I could be completely wrong at this point in time. I don't know. But I'm excited to go to one of her football games. She's been showing me some of her cheers. It's so adorable. So good. Ciders are dangerous, like drinking apple juice. Oh, yeah. Run right through you, huh? That's like Cajun boiled peanut. I figured out the recipe of disaster. Go get you some nice, hot, spicy Cajun boiled peanuts and then suck all the juice out of every peanut you eat out of the largest bag you can get. And regret the next day and a half forever to where it's changed your eating Cajun peanuts to a whole different game. Now you just crack them open, you pull the peanut out, and you eat them. Boy, I made that mistake, and my goodness, it was not a fun day. Oh, that sounds good, Carolyn B. So, John Boy, are you offering, John Boy? I'll let you know when I'm able to go. Book it. Like I really wish I had the finance I was able to do, to do that, to be able to just like, all right, cool, I'll grab a plane ticket and stuff. Um, if I did, I would definitely take you up on an offer. But that would be fun. Like, how cool is that, man? You go like, again, just other cultures, man. I just love it. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. If you've never traveled outside of America, I say it with such a passion of respect for just people, man. I'll be honest with you. People in America, man, you got it made. I've been to a lot of third world countries and some places. I've been to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. And I've traveled all around the island of Haiti. This is prior to the earthquake. You know, and uh, and a lot of people don't understand what real poverty is. What real, I know Whiskey Jack knows what I'm talking about, but you know, just a scarce of food. You know what I mean? You can go to any convenience store, you can go to behind any restaurant, and you can go dig open a garbage bag and you can find you some food. Most likely, you can find somebody. You ask enough people, somebody give you, something to eat. Like me, I always, when I see homeless people, I have water in the back of my truck, my cooler. It's like, hey, if you want to grab a water, you'll grab water in the back of the truck. Sometimes, like with Christian, I always out for him Powerade. But it's just the fact that you don't know what you have unless you've been to another country that's really, you know, uh, you know, poverty is a real. I mean, not to say it's not here, not to say there aren't people here, but again, depending on where you're at, you might be in the mountains of Appalachians, which I think is some of the most poverty-stricken places in America, as far as it isn't like you're homeless in a city. For example, when I say that, up there might be different in the mountains when like if you live in Otter Creek, you know what I mean. You don't have transportation back and forth. All you have is a trading post on Herschel's. But it's for the most part. The good thing about trading posts, you'll get food there, and so any street corner, yeah, exactly. So yeah. It's just appreciate what you have, and if you don't have much, appreciate what you do got. And it's just, I've come out of discotheques at like 4 in the morning, and they're like younger than Zoe. The girl was younger than Zoe. Zoe's 7. She was littler than Zoe. Her older brother was probably about 7, and they were sitting there asking for money. You know what I mean? And it's like these kids shouldn't be out this late, and so. That was posted when I was. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll give you another example. We gotta get ready to get winded down here, but here's an example. So I'd always call it funny money because when you leave, and this was in I don't know if it's Peru, Venezuela, Bolivia, I don't know, it was somewhere down there, and I have they have a lot of coins, right? And so I go, and I told the story before. We get to a red light, and they don't just sit there and ask for money. They'll come out in the intersection, they'll start juggling, they'll dance, that's what I really appreciate. Is like they're working for their money. They're like the street performers in New York. That there's legitimate people who make a career out of just performing for people. Look at me, I'm making a career out of just doing my chores. but in all seriousness, I mean, it's work. It goes into making the videos and all. But they do something for it, and so I end up reaching in my pocket because I didn't want nothing to do with all that change. We were gonna fly out of there early in the morning. I was probably gonna stay up all night. and freaking drop drop all that money in that kid's hand. That kid looked at me like with eyes like that big, and then just turned and ran. And I asked freaking uh, Ricardo, I'm like, dude, what was that all about? And he's like, man, he's like, you just gave that kid more money than he made in an entire year, staying there working. And I was like, and what would happen is the other kids found out he had that money, they rob him. So he basically just took off. As soon as he had all that money, he's gone. He took off running back home. So yeah, that's exactly. Jeremy's talking about Egypt, but but yeah, I mean, how cool is that? Like, I had no idea that, but man, I was like, man, that's cool. This kid got out there, he had like rings, and he was juggling these rings. And so I was just like, that's freaking rad. And so here, I don't want to, and it might have been $50 in coins. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, they said that, that made him and his family's year. So now I keep the bill money, and then when I get back to the airport, I turn the bill money in and get whatever it was. But like all the coins I just give away. Why do you get a Coca-Cola in a Ziploc bag? Whiskey? That's interesting. Oh, they poured in the Ziploc bag. Oh, yeah. I got you. That's like a lot of people don't understand. They do that with gasoline. You go to the island. Actually, when we go back to Antigua, next thing you know, they show up because you can't ship your bikes with gas in them, which I need to figure that out too. We're going to get some VP over there because we'll be shipping Rob's bikes, and you can't run on. You have to have good gas. But they show up to the venue with freaking clear plastic bags that are all yellow, like a big bag of pee. I'm like, what do they got? And like, that's your gas. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah. So I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm like, no. I'm like, okay, what else you gonna do? Uh, Julie doesn't do whatnot no more, Christine. She has a Poshmark, I think. She does that. It really wasn't working out for her. It really, it didn't pay off. She wasn't really making no money the way she was doing it, and she wasn't gonna be doing like dollar starts like we do. And the thing about it was, she was sourcing stuff. We're fortunate to have a lot of the awesome viewers that send stuff for us to put on and whatnot. But I used to be able to juggle, and I could ride a unicycle. How about that? Ooh, with that, we only got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. So, all right. I hope you guys all enjoyed. We never hit 100 in the chat, but I appreciate everybody that's coming here because you are the ones who matter to me. We hit 292 views altogether, 13 minutes and 13:26 in view duration. Chat rated 3, 82 current viewers, 5 new memberships. Thanks to Pam Gorillo, and $3.80. Oh, let's go back to fan funding. Let's go back to find that out. I finally figured out where I could go. John Boyd, a $5 super chat. So I guess that's what you get after the $5 super chat. You get 380. I think so. I gotta like it. Thank you, John Boyd, and thank you, Pam Gorillo, for the 5 gift memberships. And then go back to live chat. So once again, everybody, if you want to jump on the whatnot, if you want to contribute to the, again, my goal is going to be 500. It says 1,000. I got to reset my password. I'm going to drop it down to 500. If you guys want to help me get to that goal before Tuesday, don't even bother sending me tips or anything or whatnot or anything. Just help me get to that. And then that way I can get to earn, that'd be nice to be able to give her $500. That'd be pretty awesome. So if not, it'd be awesome getting 190 we've already raised. But thanks a lot. I appreciate you. If you want to help out with that, the GoFundMe, that we're going to pull that down Tuesday at 6:30, I guess, or Tuesday at, maybe I'll make it part of the video or something, or make part of the live. I don't know what I'll do. I'll figure something out. But we will pull that down. They'll throw the link up in there one more time if you don't mind. And then go over to the whatnot. We'll be there. That's another way. It's the last one of the month. I gotta knock it out of the park because last week, I'm not like complaining or nothing. I was just like, there's a lot of work that goes into it. With Julie doing everything she does before, then the auction, there's a couple hours there, and then the stuff afterwards, packing. There's a lot that goes into it. And so therefore, time is money, right? Isn't that what they say? So that's why I want to, I told Julie, I was like, man, I got to hustle fast, like try, getting that auction mode. And then sometimes Julie takes a minute to get the next item up, and but we'll try it again here at 1:30. So, excuse me. Check out that link. Click that link for the whatnot, because that's going to be coming up at 1:30. I'm gonna scarf down a sandwich. Again, if you guys will help me get to that $500 goal, that'd be sweet. I'll reset that password and then get the new goals dropped down. And then, yeah, that'd be fun. So with that said, I want to say I appreciate everybody out there. Thank you. Have a great day. Awesome, wonderful day. Wonderful rest of your day. See you, Deborah. Dana, whatnot. Appreciate you as always. Deuces, LRG later, my man. See you, Jan. Lizal, Granny Lou. See you on whatnot, Doreen. We'll see you there. We're going to give about 2 minutes. Christy DeWitt. I want to go faster, though. Peace out, Polar Spark. What's up, my man? Whiskey Jack. Take your easy, bud. My hands, my wrist is, you know, I think I'm getting like carpal tunnel from holding my phone so much. Now that I do YouTube, like editing my videos, I edit with my left hand, not my right hand. And I'm starting to get like, I broke this wrist once before. So, there's the whatnot. They'll throw out that GoFundMe link as well. And again, appreciate the after or rewatch crew. I know the rewatch crew's on here, so thank you so much. And with that said, double deuces to each and every one of you. Aloha, as Mama would say. That means hello and goodbye. All right. Which one? This one. Here we go.